Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have some crazy drama revolving around me once again. This time Keemstar straight up coming at me for no reason, and he looks like a complete fool, and I'll prove why. But not only Keemstar, also ZexRow from TSM making a video about me saying that I blew his situation out of proportion and completely screwed him over. And we're also going to completely prove why in this video that is not true. And I'm even going to provide you guys with DMs between me and ZexRow where he admitted to me and said he didn't even watch the video between him and Clicks for over a month, but still made an exposed video about me, but then blamed it on his editor. And then he even had the dignity to ask me not to post the screenshots because he knows he is in the complete wrong. Well, I'm sorry, ZexRow, I'm gonna have to post them because guess what? You posted screenshots of our DMs on your video without even asking me. So we're gonna be exposing ZexRow and Keemstar pretty hard in this video, guys. And then not only that, we have Svenos, who we mentioned in one of our recent videos, who completely called me out for faking videos, lying, and being a complete idiot, who we already proved wrong, but we're gonna prove wrong again at the end of the video. It's a crazy video, guys, and I urge you, if you do at all think I am a liar or I fake videos, I make them up, or try to ruin pro players' careers, please do me a favor and watch this entire video so you can see the actual truth. As for everybody who does support me, I love you guys so much. If you respect my content, do me a favor by dropping a like on this video. But now, let's jump into it. And we'll start off with Keemstar, who clearly has a vendetta against me because I don't agree with him that FaZe Clan is in the right against Tfue. But this isn't about the Tfue and FaZe situation. This is about me, ZexRow, Clicks, and that video I made a month ago. So it literally has nothing to do with Keemstar, but Keemstar decided to make a tweet once he heard about it and call me out. Let's go ahead and take a look at that tweet. Keemstar says, "I see the Fortnite guy got another big story wrong and basically lied to his audience again. What did I tell you about this clown?" And then down below, he links a post from Reddit that is supposedly exposing me, titled this. ZexRow clears up the Click situation and the Fortnite guy disinformation in new video. Now don't worry, we're going to go over this video shortly, but first I just want to point out how much of a hypocrite Keemstar is, and clearly how he did not take a look at this story whatsoever and only posted this because he wanted to jump on the bandwagon of hating on me. And the reason we know this is, if you take a look at Keemstar's Twitter from a little over a month ago, he posted this. Hashtag Friday Fortnite, overall community reaction. Fortnite competitive virgins on Reddit. Ha ha ha, losers. Read this post from 9 days ago from these nerds. Major L for the Fortnite competitive Reddit community. The comments are priceless. And the comments inside this post he's talking about are these. This guy says, "Keemstar is such an effing loser." Another guy says, "Anyone remember when he encouraged his fans to swat some people multiple times?" Then another response, "Remember when he harassed and accused a sweet old man of being a pedo?" And then this one, "That was the old man who streamed RuneScape, right? That poor guy." Luckily, everyone figured out Keemstar was very wrong pretty quickly. Wow, Keemstar, you were very wrong? Okay. Then we even have this funny ass comment. This guy said, "He's 100 times worse than the Fortnite guy, and I'm known to not be liked that much on the Fortnite competitive community." So as you guys can see by now, Keemstar clearly made fun of all of these people hating on him, but then as soon as they post something bad about someone he doesn't like, he wants to jump on the bandwagon with them and agree with them. Even though he disagrees with everything they say about him, then why would you trust anything they say about anyone else, Keemstar? Clearly you didn't look into this situation, and I'm going to prove that now. So as I already mentioned, this Reddit post is a link to a video that ZexRow made addressing all of the drama about a video I made a month ago between him, Clicks, and some other pro players. I'm sure most of you guys have seen it, so I'm not going to give much context, but Clicks and ZexRow were 1v1ing. ZexRow dragged on the 1v1 for a long time, and he purposely trolled Clicks and made him angry. ZexRow thought it was funny, and so did some other pro players who came into Clicks' chat and basically started harassing him. It was pretty messed up for some of those pro players to come into the chat and harass Clicks. That's where it went too far. But anyways, in this new video ZexRow makes, he defends himself, but also he did apologize to Clicks, his viewers, and the people who were waiting to 1v1 Clicks, which was good of him. But then in the second half of the video, he moves on to me and talks about how I mishandled the situation and blew it way out of proportion. Let's go and roll that part so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. But before we do, guys, do me a favor, do not go and send incredible hate towards ZexRow. I know he messed up here. He tried to screw me over, but he has World Cup coming up, and the money that he could win is life-changing. Don't send him any crazy hate, please, guys.
The next thing I want to address is the way the Fortnite guy handled the situation. So I do have screenshots of the DMs with the Fortnite guy. So the Fortnite guy reached out to me and he said he was going to make a video on it. And he asked me what happened was, and I gave him my perspective. So I basically told him what I told you guys earlier in the video. And he said, a lot of people want me to cover it. And if you guys talked it out, I can make sure I say that you're cool now. So he said that. And I said, yeah, I guess you can go on with the video if I don't look bad in it. I don't really care, but I still ended up looking bad in it.
So he actually didn't show the full conversation at that point. He cut it off at, yeah, I guess. You guys can see the next screenshot. He does not say, as long as you don't make me look bad. He said, just make sure you tell people I was joking in what I say. And I said, okay, sure, I'll make sure and tell them that you were messing around from your point of view, which I did. Here's proof. And as he told me in DMs, he just wants to be able to beat Clicks, and he feels like he needs an AR to be able to do it because Clicks is so damn good. And I think this is where, like, seriousness gets lost in translation. ZexRow tells me that he wasn't being serious at this point, but it's really hard to tell if he is or not. Let's go and roll the rest of that clip, and you guys tell me if you think ZexRow or Clicks are being serious at this point.
Like, alright, for this round, could you please throw away your AR and get a Tommy gun, please? Those were the rules at the beginning. I said that.
Nah.
The rules at the beginning were I'm not gonna wager, dude. I've been planning so much to get by.
You don't want to wager?
I mean, it's like the rules were use the Tommy gun.
Have you never used an AR? Alright, fine, no AR, no.
No, f you. Picking my AR.
Oh, we can do AR?
No, f you, yeah.
Alright.
So I literally gave you 100% a fair shot. I allowed the audience to decide whether or not you were trolling. I wasn't biased in this video. I didn't say, oh, he 100% wasn't trolling. He's a jerk. He's awful. I said, audience, you guys pick. And I did not have to do that. ZexRow, you know it yourself. Watch this video back and tell me that you weren't being a douche to Clicks. We know you were. That's the harsh reality, but for some reason in my video, I still tried to defend you and say, you know, maybe he was trolling. Maybe it was just lost in translation. Roll the clip after that one. So ZexRow does have a laughing tone at certain points there, so maybe he isn't being serious, but again, like, it's lost in translation. It's hard to tell because Clicks is frustrated. He's just trying to host his wagers. And that was just the beginning, guys. From this point on, it got real toxic and real weird. And honestly, it wasn't even Clicks or ZexRow's fault because a whole bunch of pro players joined Clicks' chat during this 1v1 and just completely trolled him and honestly, like, kind of made fun of him for no reason. Like, the funny thing is, in this video, I wasn't even hard on ZexRow at all. And you guys just heard me say it's not even ZexRow's fault. I took the blame off of you, bro. And to be honest, that's because if it was just ZexRow and Clicks beefing on stream, I probably would not have made a video about this because it wasn't that serious. But because all those other pro players came into the chat and escalated this drama so much for Clicks, that's why we had to make the video. And that's why in the video, I didn't even blame ZexRow at all. Like, straight up, you guys watched it. You know, I put all the blame on the pro players coming into the chat and maybe a small, like, 1% on ZexRow for starting it and kind of being rude to Clicks, which I never even said in the video he was rude, despite him actually being rude.
So then he told me, okay, I'm not going to try to make either of you look bad. I'll be as fair as I can. I'll probably say some stuff how you played because I don't agree with it. But if that's how you want to play and try to win, then I guess that's your play style. So it's all good. This also shows how biased he was being because he doesn't like how I play in the wagers.
And this is just a flat out lie, ZexRow. Never once in my video did I say I disagree with how you were playing and I was being biased towards you because you played a certain way. I actually even said this during the video, saying it was fine that you switched some stuff up. Roll it. And I'm not even wanting to blame ZexRow. I feel like it's not his fault. He was kind of just 1v1ing as well. You know, maybe he did change the rules up a little bit, but that's just how he wanted to play. You know, I think it mainly comes down to the people in the chat, those pro players who were instigating. So yeah, ZexRow, next time you say I was biased in my video, at least provide a clip proving that I was biased because you're completely wrong. Did you even watch it? Because honestly, at this point, it really doesn't seem like you watched it. Let's go ahead and roll another clip from your video.
So then I explained to him that, like, I can't even beat him without doing that stuff. Like, I just wanted to beat him. That's why I was playing like that. And that's how I play against most people in wagers if I really want to win. And that's like what I do if I can't get in head or anything. Like, I'm not that good at creative. That's how I win.
So why are you mentioning this and saying I got stuff wrong? I literally said this in my video. Watch. But I also understand that ZexRow wants to use a normal AR because, you know, use a normal AR in the game, especially in the Battle Royale mode, which is the most competitive one where all of the World Cup qualifiers are happening. And as he told me in DMs, he just wants to be able to beat Clicks, and he feels like he needs an AR to be able to do it because Clicks is so damn good. It's pretty crazy, ZexRow. You told me in DMs, please don't make you look bad. You can't handle it. So I tried not to make you look bad. I did my best. And honestly, watching the video back again, I really didn't make you look bad. I deflected blame off you multiple times by saying it's not your fault. And I also mentioned everything you told me to say in the video. So what's the problem, dude? I really don't get it. Let's go and roll another clip from your video.
So then the video comes out and everyone starts getting mad at me for what happened, which I don't even think was a big deal, but the Fortnite guy's video obviously makes it into a huge deal.
Well, clearly I didn't really say anything bad about you, ZexRow. I actually mentioned multiple times that it wasn't your fault. So I'm sorry if you came off as rude and people were mad at you for it. It's not my fault. You said those things. Maybe you'll start to realize that things you say do have consequences and people will get mad at you if you are rude to others, especially another top tier pro. Now, the next thing ZexRow says is a minor detail that I did get wrong, and it literally has zero impact on the video. But ZexRow makes it seem like it changes the whole entire video. Roll it.
I see at one part in the video, he puts a part where Clicks talks and then he puts like my response, but I didn't even hear him talk because his mic wasn't on. So I never even heard him say what he said. So I told him that Clicks' mic wasn't on at 3:10 in his video when he said not to use AR or something like that.
Alright, now let's go and roll the clip from my video, and you guys tell me if this changes the story at all, or if it changes anything about the video. Please, I'd love to know. Roll it. Then the next fight happened, and ZexRow ended up killing Clicks, but Clicks had an issue with it because he said there was no ARs allowed besides the Tommy gun. And ZexRow didn't really seem happy about that, and this is kind of where the animosity really spiked.
I thought he said only Tommy gun, but okay.
He said this, and ZexRow didn't even respond. He kept shooting him with the AR, so he said it once again, and finally, ZexRow responded, roll it.
I thought he said only Tommy gun, but it's okay.
What?
Yeah, I said Tommy gun and a shotgun, like I said at the beginning.
What the?
It's all you, bro.
Shut the. Oh.
I'm just saying. No, like I don't care. You do you, bro. I'm just saying.
Okay, guys, so I want you, and I also want ZexRow mostly, to respond and tell me what that minor detail changes about the video. I guess I'll apologize. I'm sorry, ZexRow, that I put a minor clip in there where he wasn't actually talking to you when I thought he was. Doesn't change anything, though, because he asked you the same question 5 seconds later, and you literally flamed him for it. You yelled at him. You told him to shut the F up because he told you to follow his rules on his stream, on his wagers. I don't know what to say, bro. I'm sorry that I put that clip in there and I didn't notice that he wasn't talking in game. Seriously, my bad. But if I'm being honest, if that's the only mistake I make in a video like this, hey, that's really good. I'm excited. I'm proud of myself about that. This is a long story, and that is on you, not on me. And if the only thing I got wrong was Clicks being muted at one certain point when he said one little thing, I'm happy with that, man. It doesn't change the video. Because guess what? Your response to him was still very, very toxic. And now, ZexRow, let's go ahead and roll the biggest thing that you put in your video that you said was my worst mistake that ruined all of this for you. Let's go ahead and roll it.
And then he puts in a clip where Clicks says, your friends are coming in my chat and talking shit, with Clicks talking to me. So everyone thinks those guys in chat are my friends now that were talking shit, which I don't even talk to any of them besides Macwood. I've never talked to any of the other people. He put that clip super out of context. That's one of the biggest issues.
Wow, ZexRow, really? Is it out of context? Because it's not. You want to know what's out of context? This part of your video, where you didn't even show the clip that you're talking about. Your whole entire video is out of context because you provide literally no proof besides like 2 clips and a few DMs, which isn't the video. And do you want to know why that clip is out of context, ZexRow? Because I never even put a clip of Click saying, oh, ZexRow, your friends are in here now attacking me. He didn't say that at all. The clip was about Kuros, and Kuros donated donating $5 just to harass clicks for no reason. We'll go ahead and roll it and you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. As for Kuros from Sentinels, I don't know what his deal was. He was literally harassing clicks the entire time. Let's go ahead and roll a clip where clicks even responded to him after Kuros, I think, subbed or donated $5 and said some really toxic stuff.
Curious, like, why the fuck do you, like, I'm just so fucking confused. Like, what's the point of you saying all this shit? Like, please, just tell me what's the point of you saying all this shit, yo? Like, what have I done? Like, what I have done to you? Just cause your friend ZexRow is, like, trying to piss me off. Like, it's just like, nice, bro. You paid $5 to insult a 14-year-old. Nice, man. You must feel super good about yourself. You must be super good about yourself. Like, I literally don't say shit to any pro when I mean it, and then, like, I'm cool with everyone, but then, like, I'm cool with ZexRow, but, like, he's just, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Like, I don't know if he wants attention right now, but, like, I just don't understand.
Honestly, at this point, I feel really bad for clicks. So yeah, ZexRow, talking about out of context, your video and what you just said is out of context, and it's not even true. You literally lied. You made stuff up and said it was in the video when it wasn't. And what's funny is I never once in this video said myself that ZexRow is friends with these players. I never said it. The only part of the video which ever even mentions that you might be friends with any of those players was that small clip for like 3 seconds when Click said your friend ZexRow to Kuros. That's it. And again, the funny thing is that clip wasn't even about you, ZexRow. It was about Kuros, who I did blame in this video for all of the drama, not you. So what is your video about? You just made a video for no reason calling me out, and guess what? It blew up on Reddit. It said I was a bunch of misinformation. Really? Misinformation? The only misinformation was the fact that your mic wasn't lit up for one part, which means absolutely nothing, and I guarantee you almost everybody will agree on that. And then Keemstar goes out and tweets it, gets 12,000 likes, 5,000 retweets, calling me a clown, saying I get stuff wrong. Come on, Keemstar, you're the king of getting stuff wrong. Don't come at me. And I know this is a long video, but hey, I figure people are gonna call me out. I'm gonna call them back out. This is bullcrap. I'm getting a ton of hate for absolutely no reason. Keemstar, get your crap together, bro. Stop being biased towards FaZe and sending hate towards me just because I disagree with you. Ridiculous. And now let's take a look at those DMs that I mentioned earlier where you completely threw all the blame on your editor. I explained to you it was a joke. You could hear me laughing, but you didn't mention that in the video. Then I respond and I said, I did say that. I pointed out your laugh. Yes, I did. And he said, oh, I don't know. I asked him, did you even watch the video, ZexRow? He said, yeah. So I said, your video was beyond inaccurate and you didn't provide any clips from the video. He said, but it was a month ago when I last seen it. And I said, why would you make a video on something that you haven't watched in over a month? He said, yeah, I don't know. And then here's the money shot, guys. He says, my video editor made it. And I responded and I said, no wonder you got so much wrong then. And I'm sorry, ZexRow, I didn't want it to come to this. I messaged you when you made your video. I apologized. I unlisted my video immediately because I didn't even know you were getting a ton of hate. And I said, sorry, man, like I didn't intend for that. I defended you in the video because I didn't think you were that wrong. And you completely ignored me for 2 days. And then today, when you saw my post about me making this video, you decided to DM me, tried to argue with me, but then ratted yourself out for not even making the video apparently, or at least throwing all the blame on him and saying you didn't see it for a month. Like, what? And I still tried to work with you, man. I said, hey, let's talk on Discord, man. Like, you have Worlds coming up. I don't want this to hurt you. And you still refused to talk to me. I don't know, man. You dug yourself your own grave. I rest my case, guys. Let's move on. And now moving on to this next post, which was made by Svenos on Twitter. And the funny thing is, like 20% of this post is Svenos's, like the start and the ending, but the hefty middle text is all from a kid on Reddit who called me out like 4 months ago, making this long ass post. And just because he put a ton of effort into it, I decided to reply to him and, you know, debate him and tell him why he was wrong, which I did privately, and all of Reddit thought I never responded to him, which I did. Again, I did it privately on Discord, and I tried to call him. He never answered my call, though, and would only do it through text. But anyways, this guy's post is all about the Creo situation, and throughout the entire thing, he basically defends Creo and tries to make it seem like what Creo did wasn't that bad, and because the kids were account trading and doing bad stuffs, it was their fault as well, which it was. But that's not the moral of the story. The moral of the story is that Creo, who was in college, 18 years old, and signed with professional gaming organization Luminosity, was manipulating young 13 and 12-year-olds, using their accounts, selling accounts, trading accounts, boosting accounts, and even threatening a kid to get him banned from Epic Games by saying racist stuff on his account. That's the moral of the story. And whatever you say in this entire post, anybody can read it, none of that changes it. And let's go ahead and just take a look at the first few points of this post, just so I can prove him wrong and you guys can see it's a bunch of baloney. So in his first point, he says, at 4:52 in your Creo video, you said the only reason he would have so many accounts on PayPal is to scam people. That was your only explanation, and you said it as fact. What are you talking about? I never said that as fact. I actually brought it up, and I said he's either doing this or doing that. I never said it was fact, and I also said it seems like. I never said anything is fact, and here's the proof. It's in the video. Watch it. Which is very weird to have so many different emails. Either Creo is trying to hide something, or he is using these accounts to scam people, which is fraud. Because the only reason you would need multiple PayPal emails is so you can send money between them, just in case you do scam somebody and they charge back, you don't have to pay back PayPal or that guy, it's on another account. And as you can see from the transactions and the emails, they all have different names on them. So clearly, it does seem like Creo is committing fraud and scamming people. So again, after watching it, all I did was explain what I thought he could be doing and what I think he's doing. I never said he is 100% committing fraud. So already, your very first post is completely inaccurate. It reminds me of the ZexRow video when ZexRow said I posted a clip out of context and then didn't provide proof. You're basically just saying I said stuff that I didn't say. I did not say what you said in this post, and that happens throughout all of your points. Let's go ahead and take a look at the second one. Now from 5:19 to 6 minutes in your video, you say that Creo told Noah he just wanted to play on Noah's account. You claimed that Noah told Creo that he didn't want him to sell the account. You also said that Noah didn't give him the account. Then you say anyone who watches that part and pauses on the screenshots can easily see that you didn't back that up. There is no screenshot or text of Noah asking him not to sell the account. Reading the text at 5:50, you can clearly see Creo was confirming that Noah was giving him the account. Noah said it was 50-50. Jesus, this point is so bad. Let's actually play the time frame from the Creo video that he's talking about, and you guys will see why. Anyways, moving on to the next day, Creo asked Noah if he can play on Noah's account. Noah asked, what does he want to do with it? Creo responds and says he wants to try to sell the account, and Noah responds and says he can't give him email access. It's his personal email for PayPal and other important stuff. Noah then reassures him that he doesn't want Creo to sell the account by telling him not to use the V-Bucks on the account. And then Creo says, I just want to make the account mine. I want to play on it 24/7. And then out of worriness, Noah decides to go ahead and let Creo play on the account because he is scared that Creo might take the account back that he just bought from him. So he says, okay, go ahead and play on it. Just don't change the password. And you can see that in the screenshots here. He didn't give the account to Creo. So how on God's earth does this clip not show that Noah mentioned multiple times that he doesn't want to give him the account full time? He said, don't spend the V-Bucks. That means he still wants to use the account and probably use the V-Bucks. He also said, don't change the password, meaning he still wants to get on the account and use it. He never 100% just gave the account to Creo, and you even said it yourself in your post saying that Noah was 50-50 about it. He never gave the account to Creo. Creo pressured him into letting him use it, and that's all. He let him use it, and he never wanted to, even though Creo pressured him into it. And I hate making this video because we're just dragging Creo's name even more. This was months ago, and the situation happened over a year ago. Move on from it. Creo, he moved on. He is in the World Cup qualified as a solo player, signed to another organization, and I have had multiple talks with Creo about the situation, how he's moved on and how we respect each other, and you're just bringing this up, making me talk about it, and I hate making Creo look bad once again and bringing this situation up because you want to make a bunch of crap up in this awful statement that Reddit wants to hop on a bandwagon with and say I'm an awful person and I completely lied about this situation. Anybody with a brain can read your first 2 points points, then watch this video and read my response and understand what you said makes no sense, it's out of context, it's lies and not true. Now moving on to this next post about the blackmail video, and honestly I never insult people on my channel, but you look like an idiot for this. You said, at 8:40 you confused blackmail with the fact that Creo said he was simply going to get the account Oliver was playing on banned. Creo was not the original owner of this account, therefore could not get it back. However, getting a scammed account banned is common practice in all account sales. So you're basically saying that Creo was not trying to blackmail Oliver. Well, let's go ahead and watch the video I uploaded and read the text that Creo sent. Guys, Oliver is 12 years old. Creo is 18 years old, just graduated from high school and he's going into college, also signed to a professional gaming organization. Now imagine being that person I just described and then threatening a 12-year-old by saying this: if you don't give me my money or the account I gave you, I am going to message Epic with your account ID, which he ends up sending Oliver his account ID and says he is going to message Epic with racist stuff and says my friend has gotten 2 accounts banned of people that scammed him. Now, if that's not blackmail, I don't know what is. You literally have no idea what you're talking about. This post is filled with a bunch of stuff that doesn't make sense. Sure, there are small points here and there that do make sense, but they mean nothing and they change nothing about the video. And that's that, dude. I'm not even going to respond to this anymore. Like I said, there's small points that make sense, but it absolutely does not change the video whatsoever. Very similar to the ZexRow situation, and this video is already at 23 minutes. So that's going to be it, guys. Thank you for watching the whole entire thing. If you did make it this far, type down below in the comments #respect, because I respect every single one of you that did watch this entire video. That's going to be it for me, guys. I'm out of here. Peace.